Country Club. Timothy Loh here. Good to have your company this Friday afternoon from Imseong County, just in South Korea. The weather is once again glorious. The scoring has been good. Park Min-ji, the defending champion, took a one-shot lead over a gaggle of 13 players heading into her second round this morning. Min-ji returned a round of 1 under par 71, which right now leaves her at 7 under for the championship. These are your featured groups on day 2 in the afternoon wave. Jang Hana, currently 2 under par. Park Hyun-kyung, she's made the turn. She's at 2 under. The big move coming from Lim Hee-jung, who's just 1 off the pace at the moment. Lee Ga-young just dropped a shot at the par 4-9, so she's back at 4 under par. Yoo Hae-ran in a spot of bother on the par 5 10th to start her inward half. She's in the company of Park Ji-young and Lee Yi-won. Here is Hae-ran, tugged her second shot left into some trouble, clattered off the carton path. So this is a provisional ball. Looks to be a much better line for Hae-ran. No problems there. Some very thick foliage to the left of the 10th fairway. Not sure she wants to find that on the first ball anyway. Now, Hee-jung, the big mover in the afternoon wave. 68 yesterday, 4 under the card already. 7-9 out to this par 3 11th. Pins 5 paces from the right edge today. Yeah, it's a good smart shot from Hee-jung. Middle of the green, take your chances. With a 25-foot putt. Already has tasted a major championship coming in her rookie season back in 2019. KB Financial Group Star Championship. Now, Park Hyun-kyung. It's been an interesting start to the season for Hyun-kyung. Only 2 under par, just 1 club more than Lim Hee-jung. To miss a cut this season. Her best finish, just a 5th at the Medi Heel. Second event of the year. Did come 10th in her bid for a hat-trick of KGA championships. 2-time major champion. Safely on the putting surface. And Lee Ga-young, yet to taste victory as a professional, the 22-year-old. Hyun-kyung yet to miss a cut this season. Couple of runner-up finishes at the KLPGA and then the following week at the Kyochon Honey. Came in the door plenty. She turned pro a couple of years ago. This one, okay, just going to grab the left edge of the green. Not threatening the hole for Ga-young. Just coming up the left half of the fairway. 9 meters left. It's got tight to the front right of the green, and just turned that club face over a fraction. That's fine. Plenty of green to work with for the winner of the Medi Heel Championship. A couple of months ago, the second event of this 2022 KLPGA Tour season. Very excited to watch this young lady this afternoon. Lee Yi-won, 19-year-old, turned pro last year. To record a birdie today, opened with a 69 yesterday, but went out and won over par 37. Leads the Rookie of the Year points race. And that one's just going to release on to about 35 feet. Lee Yi-won got a KLPGA Tour card via a stellar performance on the Dream Tour, the feeder tour last season, where she had 9 out of 10. She had 9 top 10s, beg your pardon, finishing the year 5th on the Dream Tour money list. Yet to miss a cut in her rookie season on the KLPGA Tour. That is saying something. Jump up ahead to Jung Yun Ju. Downhill left to right of a birdie at 13. Not going to drop for Jeong. Looks like that first ball was indeed lost. So original ball now in play. Fifth shot now for Big U. And that should release on. Yeah, very nicely done. Looking to limit the damage here on the 10th is the winner of this year's Nexen St. Nine Masters, the current leader in the points race. Gaya. Left to right snaking putt down the hill for birdie at 11. This one's carrying some speed. Settle down, settle down. A bold attempt. That's a good little nerve-testing four-footer coming back for Lee Ga-young. Prolific winner of the KLPGA Tour. Got as high as 5th in the Rolex Women's World Rankings. 5-time winner on the LPGA Tour. 66 meters left to the 12th. She's hit that 67 meters. That is very good from Zhang Hana. Yet to get off the mark in 2022. Couple of miscuts, couple of no finishes due to withdrawals. She'll have a chance to get to 3 under. Now, Hyun Kyung. Normally so prolific with the flat stick. Just hasn't quite been behaving through the first 10 events of this new season on the KLPGA Tour. So much money up for grabs. 32 billion Korean won to be dispersed over the season. The premier circuit for South Korean women's golf. Now, Ji-young, plenty of green to play with, and it's a decent lie. And that's a very good bit of touch from Park Ji-young. Delightful touch. 26-year-old, 4 times a winner on the KLPGA Tour, the 4th of which coming, well, the second event of this year. Was coming off a miscut last week at the Celtrion Queens Championship. Now, Hwang Yo-min just picked up a birdie on 11 to get back to level par in the company of Zhang Hana, and not her best effort. Remember the wonderful performance she put together 12 months ago. Was in the final group Saturday and Sunday. Eventually finished 3rd to Park Min-ji. Lost by a shot to Park Min-ji at the NH Ladies Championship at Suwon just a month ago. What a talent she is. Now Hee-jung not going to find a deuce at 11 either. Go? Maybe. We'll let them sort it out. Back to 10 and Lee won. Ever so slightly downhill here. Everything just wants to feed a touch to the right. Not too much movement in this one. You can afford to give this a wrap. Hold your line. Not going to. And the greens at this Robert Trent Jones Jr. designed Rainbow Hills, smooth surfaces, but they're deceptive in a way that because they look so smooth, a lot of players expecting the greens to be a little quicker than they are. We've seen a lot of putts being left short through the first day and a half at this 36th Korean Women's Open. Not for Lee Ga-young though, who raced her birdie putt past on 11. Well, not going to make any mistakes with the comebacker. That's a nicely holed putt that will keep Lee Ga-young at 4 under. Now, Heyran, 5 times a winner on the KLPGA Tour, but this to drop only 1 at the 10th. Hung that one out to dry, and it's a disastrous double bogey 7 to start the inward 9 of Yu Hei-ran. That's what Rainbow Hills can do to you. Offers up opportunities if you can keep it on the straight and narrow, but danger lurks just one bad swing away. Up to 12, and Yo Min with a right to lefter to try to get into red figures. No, not gonna drop for Huang Yo Min. Moved up to 3rd in the World Amateur Golf Rankings. Ladies ranking. She's practically a seasoned veteran in the KLPGA Tour. Means that every time she tees it up, she's taking low amateur honors. Now, Zhang Hana. A lot of people fancied her in the mix this week, only because of this club in her hands. Very aggressive when it comes to putting. Likes to see the ball go in with pace. Doesn't really trickle the ball in over the front edge. Very positive putter. You're going to need that on these greens. Last season, 3rd on the points list and the money list. Just under 900 million Korean won earned. Okay, well done, Zhang Hana. Rotten start to Friday, a double at the first, but an eagle at 7 and a couple of birdies at 10 and 12. Got her hitting up to 3 under par. This par 4 12, well, it's picturesque as it is poisonous. It's a little island fairway, the signature hole here at Rainbow Hill. Players can take, although we don't see it too often, can take the option to go out to the right, which does really make the hole a whole lot longer. 230 to fly to the start of that fairway. Tee shot play is about 39 meters downhill, which really pinches in at the start. It's quite a bulbous landing zone when you get to around the 265 mark. Once you do find the fairway, well, this hole can offer birdie opportunities, especially with today's hole location. The back left, just past the little cheer. Everything collects down to one of the easier spots on this green. So find the fairway, you're thinking 3. Put a loose swing on it. Could be a bogey, could be a double. Hee Jung out with a driver.
Okay, before.
Tempo, technically sound. That is an excellent position, just up the left-hand side. Just give you a sense of how much elevation the players deal with. That tee box up there, 39 meters above the level of the fairway. Hyun Kyung was involved in a titanic tussle with Park Min-ji in the closing 36 holes last year, narrowly losing out. And we found for Park Min-kyung as well. Standing on the 72nd tee, she tried to drive into something rough, ended up making bogey and handing the championship to a friend and longtime teammate, Korean national team. Seems like an odd spot for camping, but to each his own. Gaia. Tremendously popular player. So many fans rooting her on every time she tees it up. Time and again, it's a case of if not when not if, gets her first KLPGA Tour title. Could it be this week? Well, don't put it past her. She's been playing some very good golf this season. Now back on the 11th tee, Park Ji-young. 149-meter par 3. 7-iron, popular club of choice. These players. So all the way back in 2014 did Ji-young. That trademark abbreviated follow through. That's a fine shot. 18 feet left of the pin. Give yourself looks at birdie. You mentioned it at the top of the show, what a rookie campaign she's having. Worst finish of the year, coming at her first event of the year. It was 44th at Sky Hill at the Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open, 5th at the next Sensate 9 Masters, 6th at the KLPGA, 5th again at the NH Ladies Championship, and a loss in the finals, the Doosan match play to Hung Jung-min. To like this one, and for good reason. A pair of fine shots from Park Ji-young and the 19-year-old Lee Yi-won. Champions have a tremendous quality to be able to bounce back from adversity, respond to adversity. You hear Run, double bogey to start her back nine. Now back at 2 under par. Okay, not brilliant, but safely on the green. Yu Hei Run. Jump up ahead to 15. The second shot of Kwon Seo-yeon, who's having a pretty good campaign on Friday afternoon herself. 121 left. Is that going to use the backstop? It's going to try. No, but that's going to feed to the right of the hole. That's fine, though. Pin high. We've seen 15 cause some problems over the years. Kim Kyu. Rhythm. Great distance control. That's well done. A similar shot to the one that Jung Hana played in the group ahead. Be hoping for a similar result. Missed one cut in the last 18 months as Park Hyun-kyung. That was at the Lotte Championship at Bears Best. August last year. Some pretty reading. Upton is a fairway, only missed one green so far. The second round. Kind of no missing this green. This is a green light pin. Nice shot indeed. Locked in. The second round so far, Lim Hee-jung. 21-year-old four-time winner of the KLPGA Tour. Guy Young, last to go. Seen two great examples of how to hit second shots into this hole. See if you can follow in her playing partners. Certainly can. Three excellent shots from Lee Ka Young, Park Hyun Kyung, and Lim Hee Jong. Birdie opportunities await all three players. Make their way up to this 12th green. It's the 11th event on the KGA Tour season. Second major championship of the year. Yoo-Hae Ran. Many would argue the only thing missing from her resume is a major title. She's first to putt for birdie on 11. A bit sluggish as it got to the hole. So slow start to the inward half for Yoo-Hae Ran. Now Ma Da-som, one over par for her second round. One of 13 players to return a 67 on Thursday. That's more like it from Ma Da-som to try and eke its way down the slope. Going to be a ticklish little downhiller. Certainly the pin on 15 today a lot more accessible than it was yesterday for day one. Come on, Ewon. Get off the mark here. Squandered a great opportunity back at the par 5 7th. Oh. Agonizingly close to a birdie 2. She'll settle for the par. Just one drop shot on the card today, coming at the 9th at all pars. That's time. Par 5 16th, easiest hole the golf course yet to play. Now Hyun Kyung. Downhiller for birdie at 12. Just drift to the right. Well done. Campers are excited. Park Hyun Kyung will be pleased. Like Jung Hana, will birdie 12 to move to 3 under par. Young. Tee shots pin high. As for a 2. Oh yes. Certainly locked in with the putter, Park Ji-young. Early blemish at the second. And a couple of timely birdies at 3 and 11. Going to take her 1 under the card. Now, Ka Young. There's one thing that ardent fans would notice is tends to leave a lot of putts short when she gets in contention. The putter is flowing well. Oh yes, a nice birdie to get her back to where she began the day at 5 under par. Now Hee Jong has this for a share of the lead. Jun returning a 67 this morning to leave her at 9 under par. Lim Hee Jong to join her on that mark and give the 22-year-old well, something to think about. It's a hat trick of birdies on the 12th of this featured group. Army of fans will march on. They're being treated to some very good golf. Lim Hee Jong, 5th birdie of the day, gets to 9 under par and moves into a share of the lead alongside Kim Hee-jun here on day 2 at the Korean Women's Open. Your defending champion Park Min-ji returning around at 71 this morning to leave her in a share of 5th for the moment at 7 under par. beautiful drone shot all the way from the back of the 412th green up the fairway and 39 meters up on this hill where we find the tee box, the signature hole here at Rainbow Hills. Young with the honor. Right side of the tee box to open up this fairway as much as possible. To be a good swing, but she's staring anxiously at it. Ooh, just catches the left side of that peninsula. It's on dry land. Big sigh of relief now. It's so difficult, especially from a tee box as elevated as this one. That fairway looks absolutely tiny. That ball spends a whole lot of time in the air, and, well, so much can happen to it. A lot of amateurs think, oh, good, a downhill tee shot. That means my ball goes further, but unfortunately, if it's offline, it has more time to end up in trouble. E1. 19-year-old. Sounds like a little bit high off the face. She too peering anxiously at this. Okay, and just like Park Ji-young, just catches the left rough. It's okay. Iran. This is going to be interesting. Remember, okay, how good you are as a golfer, professional golfer. In the back of your mind's always that one loose swing you made. Iran tucked it left on 10. Can't afford to tug it left here. Seems to be a more balanced golf swing. Safely on the fairway for Yu Hei Run. Things will be relieved to get a little cart ride down the side of this hill to the fairway. It's an awfully steep walk, and it's a rather slippery one as well. So down go the carts. Iran at 2 under, Ji-young at 4. Yuan at 2 under as well. We'll quickly jump ahead to the par 4 13, show you what the players deal with. It's an elevated tee box as well, albeit not quite as severe as the par 4 12, but it sweeps around from right to left. Left on the 13th, well, it's a big no-no, penalty area all up the left-hand side. Now the players will be aiming at the pair of bunkers on the right edge of the fairway and try and turn a little draw off those. If you get a good bounce, well, you could end up on the bottom of the hill, leaving yourself just a little flick of a wedge into this rather long green. It's 34 paces deep in the hole today, cut 4 from the right edge and 22 from the front. So in the back third of this very deep green. One place you can't afford to hit it today is that greenside bunker on the right-hand side, leaves you no room to work with. Everything sloping down to the water. Eun Hee-jung, the co-leader, now on the tee. Very nicely done. Yet to miss a fairway in this second round. That's the key here at Rainbow Hills. Find the fairways, you craft opportunities for yourself. You can be aggressive with those approach shots, attack some of these pins, but if you start wandering into the rough or worse, the gorse bushes around some of these holes, staring bogey, double or worse in the face. Hyun Kyung was all about that. Into the rough in the 72nd hole 12 months ago to lose the championship. The clapping look overly pleased. It's going to get the fast track down the left-hand side. It's a nice angle she's left herself to this right hole location.
시작하겠습니다.
what you would call a textbook golf swing, but certainly very functional, and she can generate a lot of speed. Watch how hard she clears her left side when she completes her backswing. That's a slingshot. Maximum clubbed speed out of that. It's just going to scuttle into the first cut of rough. It's not too bad for Lee Ga-young. Back to 12. Hey Ran. It's like uphill lie for this second shot, but certainly the best angle to come into this back left pin. Abbreviated punch shot. Is that going to crest that little slope? It's going to try. Okay. Well, it's a decent look for 3. Not really firing on all cylinders this afternoon. Hey Ran. Now, Park Ji-young, look at how close she was to the trouble on the left-hand side. It's fine. Branches shouldn't be a problem. Sitting up quite nicely, but not going to be able to get a lot of spin out this round, so she'll have to play a high, soft shot to get past that slope. Don't want to be pitching it on the downslope. Well done indeed for Park Ji-young. Knew she had to carry it all the way to the pin, try and land it on the flats. Exactly what she did. It's a heavy lie in the rough on the 9th for Hyun-se Lin. 141 meters left. Pins in the front left section of this green today. And again, coming out of the thick rough, not able to get any spin on that ball. That should come down the slope a fraction. Here it comes. Here it comes. Okay. On the dance floor is Hyun-se Lin. Coming out the first cut of rough, but the line doesn't quite look as good as Park Ji-young's. A couple of yards closer, looking to play a very similar shot. Scored just a fraction right. Yeah, touch unlucky. Lee won. Caroms off the slope, and now has work to do if she wants to find her first birdie of the day at the signature hole at Rainbow Hills. Across to 13, and it's to be Lee Ga-young first to play. Ball's slightly above her feet, which does promote a bit more of a right to left ball flight. So she's got to be looking right edge of the green, just let it turn back. Okay, well done. Good shot from Lee Ga-young. Good tee shot, straight down the middle of the fairway. Slightly flatter lie than what Lee Ga-young had. So many of these lady professionals in South Korea prefer to move the ball right to left, but Hee Jung's one of the rare few that is very comfortable moving it both ways. 34 meters left. Face open, no fade in there. That's nicely done. Good shot from your co-leader. Chance to be the first player to double digits under par in a couple of moments. Often you see this. Park Hyun-kyung last to play into this 13th. Not one of the longest hitters on the KLPGA. One of the most accurate. 123 left. Touch unlucky, took a big first bounce and was just going to release on the back portion of the green. It's going to be a slight downhill birdie look for the two-time KLPGA championship winner. Back to 12 and Lee won. mentioned she's leading the Rookie of the Year points race. She's actually 4th on the KLPGA points race and 3rd on the money list. 299 million Korean won collected in her 10 events she's cheated up in this year. Putting straight up the hill at the 12th. Pretty slow putt. That's a good positive stroke. Oh, it was a great roll. Lee won. A wry smile across the face. She knows she just needs to give herself better chances. Hyun-Se Lin. This big swinging putt from right to left for birdie at 9. Downhill. It's a good 6 feet of break in it. Don't think that's quite going to be high enough for Hyun-Se Lin. It tried to hang on. You're not going to see too many players who are disappointed with the par at the 9th, particularly coming out of the rough like Se Lin did. So a 4 at the 9th, a level par outward half of 36 for Hyun-Se Lin. Hey-Ran. Downhiller. Touch of right to left in this. Just needed a little more pace. So a double bogey par start to the inward half for Yuhei Ran. Highest she ever got in the world rankings was 16th back in 2020. Highest this lady ever got was 5th. Years ago. 88 meters left to 14 for Hana. Delightful sound of good compression. Generates a lot of spin, but the club face just a fraction open there. Over the 14. Outside chance for a birdie. You can't quite see it from the bottom of that fairway to this elevated green. Hyun Kyung on the back edge of the 13th. Hiller sliding from left to right. Look, about 2 cups left. It's on a nice line. Wonderful roll for Hyun Kyung. Last week at the Celtrion Queens Championship. Currently 28th on the money list. Even though she hasn't missed a cut this year. Really hasn't factored since the Mediheel back in April. Championship won by this lady, Park Ji-young, who's sizing up an opportunity to take herself to 5 under par. That would move her inside the top 10 to a share of 8th. This whole location's in a bit of a bowl. From this angle, it almost goes uphill slightly at the end. A couple of putts just die in the front edge. Potentially a bit of a misread there from Park Ji-young. Looked to be a good positive stroke, with a chance squandered. At 12, up on 13, Guy Young. That really hung a hard left. Last 6 feet. Lee Guy Young. Still. Does her scorecard. No damage. One of those players tied at 5 under and a share of 8th. But this is to move into the lead by herself. Im Hee-jung. himself in a great spot underneath the hole. Just forgot to hit it. Scoring has been pretty good at Rainbow Hills in this 36th Korean Women's Open. 130 players who teed it up yesterday morning in search of the 1.2 billion Korean won prize purse. 78 of them recorded rounds of even par or better. Soo-yeon, one of them, and now finds herself just one shot off the lead after that nice birdie at the 16th. Rough start for Soo-yeon, but look at that, 5 birdies in her last 9 holes. Very good going indeed. Now up to the 13th tee and Park Ji-young. 59 players turning rounds of 1 under par or better on day 1. Hit the first of the 2 right-hand bunkers. Such a nice golf swing there. Beautiful look from behind the tee box. All sets up very nicely to the eye of so many of these players who like to move the ball from right to left. Up to 14 and Hana. Right along the ridge line. Dives to her right halfway through. It straightens out when he gets to the hole. Keep tracking. How many putts are we going to see left short this week? It's another one. Just hit the brakes a fraction early. Jump, 14th tee. Play a couple of downhill holes in 12 and 13, then you start tracking back uphill. 6 at this awkward angle for a lot of these players. Still on the left-hand side. There's a lot of commitment and trust. This tee shot on 14. Yet to put a foot wrong today, Lim Hee-jung. For the lead and for a second major title. You have to look a little bit further left than Lim Hee-jung. Smooth swing. Carries it onto the fairway. It's fine now. Share of the lead. Back 9 Sunday. KGA Championship at Gildon Lakes. Lim simply outgolfed the field that week. Took a lot of confidence from that runner-up performance. It's going to hang in the left edge of the fairway. Yes, it will. No problem for the 22-year-old. 25 finish at this championship 12 months ago to Lee Ga-young. Young, the right edge of the 13th fairway, just aiming at the TV tower. Chop a little fade. Well done. Very tidy shot like Lim Hee-jung. Likes to work the ball both ways. Very comfortable doing that. That's closer. Very nice line. It's on a brilliant line underneath the hole. He'll look at birdie to come for Lee Hee-won. advantage here. Take advantage he will. That's a brilliant second shot to the 13th. He leads the tour scoring average at 70.1 through the 10 events played already in 2022. She's second on the tour in greens in regulation. It's just under 80% of her greens. Down to 17, and that beautiful Audi available for a hole-in-one. First player to make a hole-in-one this week, should there be any. Drive home in a brand new Audi SUV. That's a slightly loose one there. Not much green to work with. Kwan Seo Yeon, long right on this 17th hole. In the company of Yoon Ina, who did make a hole-in-one yesterday, albeit that came on the second hole. Funnily enough, that was after making an 11 at the par 5 first. Gayong, slight hanging lie with the ball below her feet. Into this elevated green from 107. Very nicely played. Jamia hooped it on the first bounce. Hee-jung. Should be no more than a pitching wedge left. Lim Hee-jung from 88 meters. Watch that swing all day long. Distance control. Certainly in control of her golf ball in that golf game. The first 1.5 rounds, we'll call it. Kwan Seo Yeon not finding the club face as open as we thought, and oh dear, just stubbed that. Look at that grass, that thick fescue just grabbing the hosel, the leading edge. Got to within one of the lead. Coming unstuck on the 17th is Kwan Seo Yeon. There's two at the top. Kim Hee-jun after 67 this morning at 9 under, but Lim Hee-jung with an opportunity awaiting on the 14th green to move into sole possession of the lead. It's day 2 at the 36th Korean Women's Open from beautiful Rainbow Hills. Poor second shot from the middle of the fairway for Park Hyun-kyo. Leaves herself with no green to work with out of a very heavy fescue to the right of 14. And that club face open played like a high soft bunker shot. Maybe that's all she could do there. Taking medicine sometimes trying to play that hero shot. Give yourself a kick in for par, you end up compounding the error. Hyun-kyo was a seasoned campaigner, she knew better. Opened with a 1 under par round of 71 yesterday. Under pressure to avoid a second drop shot of Friday afternoon. Lee won. She's had her chances. Speaking to B.O. Kim's caddy, Sun Suk, a couple of weeks ago at Suwon Valley at the NH Ladies Championship, and he said, my goodness, if this girl could putt, she'd win everything. Prolific ball striker. Could do with this one to drop, see if that can ignite some kind of charge in this back nine. Well, if anything, I could say just not quite bold enough pace-wise on these greens. Certainly when you're underneath the hole, a bit more aggressive. Stays 1 over the card and 2 under for the championship. Cut line right now projected to be at even par at the conclusion of play today. Low 60 professionals and ties will make it to the weekend here at the second major of 2022. Hyun-kyo with his downhill slider for a par. He'll come up short as well. So a second bogey of the day takes Park Hyun-kyo back to 2 under for the championship. Side Lee Yi-won. And a bit of a story of 2022 for Park Hyun-kyo. She's been consistent. She also hasn't factored as much as she would have liked. At least Cho Ah-yeon, that unmistakable pink golf ball, 125 meters to the 15th. That's going to get a little help from the slope. It's going to keep getting better and better and better. Hold on, Cho Ah-yeon. Lovely second shot. I think it's safe to give her that one to get into red figures. Ga-yeong. Towering second shot straight over the top of the flagstick. Just to get to 6 under and within 3. Not going to say it, but I think I have to. That's short in the jaws. It's just a little frustrating for Ga-yeong. Park Ji-young is for 3 under bounce to get to 5 under. Just move to her right as it gets to the hole, and that's going to move Park Ji-young to 5 under par. Very nicely done. Third birdie of the day gets her inside the top 10 in a share of 8th place. Hwang Yo-min on the cut mark as things stand. 109 meters left. Can she dial one in here on 15? Very similar shot to Cho Ah-yeon. This one looking even better for Hwang Yo-min. Oh, how about those 2 shots from Cho Ah-yeon and Hwang Yo-min into 15? Lee-jung on 14. This for the solo lead and to get to double digits under par. It's a fairly straight putt. And it's one she buries to take her to 10 under par, 6 under par for her second round. Looking at the new solo leader of the 36th Korean Women's Open, Lim Hee-jung. Looking for major title number 2. She's got her nose out in front right now. Heyran on 13. A lot of swing from left to right in this little 8-footer, but it is for a birdie 3. And it grabs the right edge of the cup and dives in. Gets Heyran back to where she began the second round at 3 under. Lovely birdie from Yu Heyran. Other side of the golf course, Lim Jin Yong, par 3 6th. Oh, full tee shot. She can't convert. Staying under 13 play as we carded a 67 yesterday. Just the level par. Friday afternoon. There hasn't been too much wind to speak of at Rainbow Hills this week, so scoring conditions fairly ideal for the best players in South Korea. The Thais teeing it up this week. That's Peter Vongtavila, prolific Thai amateur. Sapakon Sukapan. Their Korean Women's Open debut. But this is the lady with the nose out in front at the moment. Lim Hee-jung, tournament leader on the 15th tee. Not to miss a fairway today. Once again out with driving.
Shot.
Not going to miss a fairway here on 15. That's ideal. To start making a couple of putts. She wants to keep pace with Lim Hee-jung. Now 5 back. Alright, the right hand side, but it's going to be a really severe, steep upslope she will be contending with for the second shot. Kim last to go. 2 under par. A little bit long and loose. Ooh, cart path. Well, gets away with it. She's going to more than get away with it. That got a good 40 yards extra. She's on a perfect flat lie. Your lucky stars, Park Hyun Kyung. Down to 14 tee in Park Ji Young. Next to hit a little cut on this 14th. Turn that over a fraction. Is it going to catch a piece of the fairway? Just about. Well, terrific second shot. Deserves a 3 for the amateur. A 3 Hwang Yo-min will make. To 1 under par into a share of 40th. Excellent play from Hwang Yo-min. Yuan. Down the middle you go.
알고 있어, 알고 있어. 몸이 많이 왼쪽을 보고 있는 게 그래서 스키가
Just dropping a shot at 17 to make amends on the 18th. That's a good way to do it. Lovely second shot in. Kwon Seo-yeon. 36th playing of this great championship, won for the first time all the way back in 1987 by Kang Chun-ja. 1993 edition, won by Chung Il-mi, just 36 holes. Pair of 70s good enough for Chung Il-mi to lift the trophy that year. And look at the illustrious list of champions. Song So Bei, 2003 and 2004. Last player to successfully defend this championship, won in 2003 as an amateur. Ji Shin, victor in 2006 and again in 2008. Chunin Ji, former US Women's Open champion. In 2013, of course, last year's champion Park Min-ji breaking through for her first ever title. First ever major championship, I should say. Months ago, Ada Som. It's the 18th, getting back to 5 under to be for Ada Som. Just pointing out of 1 over par. 73 after opening solidly with a 67 yesterday. Still very much in the picture. Park Ji-young, uphill second shot to 14. I look just left of this flagstick. Go straight at it. Very nicely done. Ooh. Should just stay on the front edge. It's a bit of a false front there. It's okay. Still an uphill putt. Got a nice flat lie, but that's what she sees there. Just the top half of the flag. You want to look at the right edge of the TV tower. You don't be biting off more than you can chew. You could end up down in Park Yun-kyung country if you're not careful. Meters left. Chi-Tzu coming up short. Perhaps getting caught out in the breeze? I don't think there's much breeze out there at the moment. A curious unforced error there from Lee Yi-won. Yards further up. Slight hanging line. 53 meters left. He started right. He's going to hang on. Is it going to hang on? It's just going to grab a piece of the green. Oh, that's okay now. That's really good now. Don't think she meant to play that shot, but she'll certainly take it. This group in red figures, up to 18, and Kwan Seo-yeon around 69, just slips by on the low side. Still very much in the conversation at the halfway stage, 7 under par. Under par round of 70 to go along with a 67 yesterday. Back of this lady, Lim Hee-jung, your tournament leader, attacking 15. We've seen a lot of players use the backstop just past the pin and to the left, but this one's tugged a fraction. Just a little miscue from Lim Hee-jung. First poor iron swing we've seen her make so far today. She's got a work cut out for her now. Not an easy up and down. That ball looked like it nestled down to some of that thick fescue. Lee Ka-young calling the caddy back in, perhaps just unsure of the club selection. No, looks ready to go. And you have the option, throw it past the pin, slightly left. The ball will feed round down the slope. 114 meters for Ka-young. Here it comes. Here it comes. That's a good, smart shot. Well worked out from Lee Kai-young. E1. Fluffy lie, short of 14. For a short shot, you've got to get a lot of speed through the grass here. It's going to roll back. It's all just been a little bit untidy from Lee E1 today. It's nestled right up against the marker of her playing partner Park Ji-young. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just put a mark on it and move it so Park Ji-young can have a go. Middle of the fairway, come up short in a scruffy line to make the mistake and not make it up that little false front for Lee E1. Clumsy, the 19-year-old. Well, Ji-young, one of many players these days using aim point. Work out the break of these screens. You don't need aim point to know that this one's coming up a fairly steep face. Once it crests that top of the rise, it should just start to move to her right. I think the fringe is going to be an issue for her. Over that putter. Over that putter head, I should say. Tough read that, because from the other side of the hole, everything moves away from the penalty area. From underneath it, almost moves towards it. She's given her young playing partner a bit of a line read. Got a great attitude, Park Ji-young. Nothing really seems to faze her. Scribble down some notes in the yardage book. Of course, no green books allowed in 2022, but players can make their own notes as they trundle their way around a championship golf course such as this one at Rainbow Hills. Now we'll see if Lee E1's learned anything from Park Ji-young's putt. Pretty much an identical putt for the 19-year-old, but this one is to avoid dropping yet another shot. Carbon copy of Park Ji-young's putt. It's just been a little untidy from the KLPGA Tour rookie. Second drop shot of the day falls to 1 under par. Ji-young going to clean up for a par and to stay within 5 of Lim Hee-jung. Away with that second shot, and it's left her pretty much the ideal spot to be putting from, just about pin high, right off the pin. It's a mirror image putt of Lim Hee-jung's in the group ahead, so it's fairly straight, doesn't do too much break-wise. Just got to pick a line and get a good positive roll on it. Get to 4 under. Oh, that one grabbed a piece of the cup and spins out. Got lucky with a lip in on 13, lips out on 14. It's fair in love and golf. Iran remains at 3 under par. Lim Hee Jong, courtesy of a 6th birdie of the day at the 14th hole, who now leads by 1 at 10 under par. But the 21-year-old under pressure on the 15th to keep things that way. This is live day 2 action from the 36th Korean Women's Open at Rainbow Hills. Good to have your company this Friday afternoon in South Korea. Jong, nasty line, the left rough on 15. Found that club face wide open, just chopped the legs out from under it. Yeah, it's well played. That putt's got a fair amount of swing in it. 15, one of the slopier greens you're going to find at Rainbow Hills. So Hee Jung under pressure to keep the lead and her scorecard clean. 7. Jin Young missed a great opportunity to get to 6 under par at the par 3 6th. An outside chance from just around 20 feet. birdie at par 5-7. She's crafted some opportunities, but she has not taken them. Got a good break off the tee at Park Hyun-kyo, but wasn't able to capitalize with her second shot. A lot longer birdie putt than she was hoping for at 15. I was going to say it matters not, but it almost U-turned at the hole. Park Hyun-kyo doesn't find a 3 at the 15, remains 2 under. To the 18th, Yun-ju, final hole of the day. To be a closing birdie, safe passage through to the weekend rounds. Korea Women's Open. 2 billion Korean won prize purse for grabs this week. 300 million Korean won heading the way of the champion. Back to 15, and Hee-jung to stay in the lead. No, low off the putter face. Just as quickly as she took sole possession of the lead, she's going to give that shot straight back at the 15th. An unforced error in the second shot, leading to a first bogey of the day. Back to the 7th. Frontage of the green, Park Dan-yu trying to give her a little cushion on the cut mark. Okay, flagstick stops it. In it drops. And the first birdie of the day for Park Dan-yu. Rotten outward half of 39. Gets one of those 4 shots back at the 14th. Ga-young, terrific second shot into 15. Inside left edge putt to get to 6 under. Yeah, well done. Good birdie at 15 for Lee Ga-young. Started this hole 5 shots back. She'll walk off the green, only 2 back. With Lim Hee-jung dropping her first shot of the day. So, 2-way tie at the top again at 9 under par. This formality head into the weekend at 2 under, but how far back is that going to be? 90 minutes time. Disappointing round of 75 for Jung. Park Ji-young, green clear, ready to attack. Easiest hole location on this green. 19 meters left. Is that just leaking a fraction right? That's okay for Park Ji-young. Scribbling in that notebook an awful lot today. Lee Won has to take advantage of this easy birdie hole. On 18 left. Just again coming up a touch short. Nothing disastrous there, but you get the sense she might be heading to the driving range. At the conclusion of play today, ball striking hasn't quite been what we've come to expect from this tremendously talented rookie. Heyran just scampered through the fairway with her tee shot. The ball's sitting up okay, and she has that backboard to play with past the pin. Identical yardage to Lee Won. This one's leaking right. Oh no, it wasn't. This is going to be good. Here it comes down the slope. It's going to keep on feeding. Another excellent iron shot from Yu Hei Ran. It is a bit of a trek up this hill on 15, Park Ji-young. Take your time, take your time. It's okay. Plenty of golf to play this week. Now, Guy Young on 16. Another one of those elevated tee boxes. Get a good tee shot away. Can think about attacking in two. Was not enamored with that. And that's why just going to find the right rough. Out of the go zone from there. And if you do hit that fairway, see the ball, Lee Guy Young, just to the right of it. There's that big old slope. Get a nice kick. And we saw players have rescues into the screen in their second shots. Park In-kyung. Comes down that slope, keep on trucking. That's what I'm talking about. That's going to get a good 40 yards of run. Butterfly is going to try and help. That's okay. That should be in the go zone now for In-kyung. Tinkerer of the golf swing. Jung. She can certainly move it out there. There might be a little bit of heat in this tee shot after that frustrating bogey on 15. She pressed too hard for that. It's leaving the touch right, is it? Not going to get over the slope and have to take the long way on 16. Potential three-shotter now for Hee Jung. Back on 15. He won. Flag stick out from the front edge. Fancies her chances clearly. He's going to come over this little shoulder that will kick it right, and it should straighten up. Wow. She wasn't wrong. That was a brilliant effort. The wait for a birdie goes on for Lee Won. Perhaps he's trying to do an Oh Ji-hyun. Remember, Ji-hyun started with 15 straight pars yesterday. 4 birdies at 16 and 17 for the 2018 champion. Park Ji-young, similar line to Lim Hee-jung, albeit twice the distance. Convince yourself to start it high enough, because if you happen to get a little heavy-handed with it, you butt it through the break, it's going to take a lot more speed coming down that slope. It's about trust and commitment, these mid-range putts with a lot of break. Right there, your stats. 3 chance of making putts this season for Ji-young. It's for birdie to get to 6. Oh, just couldn't will it in. So a par keeps her 5 under, 4 shots back. Your 2 co-leaders, Lim Hee-jung, Kim Hee-jun. Now, Hei-ran. It's a lovely second shot, but this is going to get her attention. Try to trickle it in, allow for the break, or do you take the brave play and just bang it into the back of the cup, straight and firm? she's aiming. She's going for the former option. But it was the right one. A nice birdie for Yu-Hei Ran, takes her back to 4 under par. Enjoying herself out there this afternoon. Now to the 13th, Hyun Se Lin. Even par for her second round. Top of the hill on this par 4. Right about pin high. It's a Yu-Hei Ran country. Very good shot from Hyun Se Lin. So she's going to have a chance to get to 6 under par in a couple of moments. It's a good looking leaderboard, and it's 2 at the top. Lim Hee Jong and Kim Hee Jun lead the way at 9 under par. Fresh off a birdie at 15. Keep that trend going on the easiest hole on the golf course, par 5 16th. Just turn a driver over a fraction, get a hot first bounce, you can go scampering down the slope, get a good 40, 50 yards extra of run. Think about taking the green in 2. cooked it. Caddy's indicating left. Oh, wow, we saw a bounce as that made it into the clearing. Cover's going back on, so looks to have got the green flag. Touch too close for comfort, we think, Iran. Touch too close for comfort. Now, Park Ji-young, the player who can certainly move it. Using the right-hand side of the tee box, trying to open up the angle to the fast track down the left edge of this fairway. Oh, but this one leaked out to the right. There's a little bit more room there. Oh, but not if you go that far right. There's a spotter. Is that out of bounds for Park Ji-young? Dear, oh dear, they are making a right mess of this 16th tee. Not really what you want to see if you're Lee Won. See if the rookie can find a couple of late birdies. It's 2-3 under par. Capable of posting a low one tomorrow. Touch late there, but that should be okay. Cut the slope, try. No. Just get stuck on the top level. Lee Jong. Top levels had to lay up with her second. She's fairly handy with the wedge. 16 today, middle left section of the green. 103 meters left to this slightly elevated target. Oh yes, Lim Hee-jung, very nicely played shot. She's unflappable. The 19-year-old, the 21-year-old, I should say. Gosh, they are young out of the KLPGA Tour. Park Ji-young now with her provisional back on the tee. To be a much better swing. They say the provisional ball's always prettier. That's what you want to do. Chase it down the left-hand side. And if you can't find that first pill, she'll be playing 4, about 220 meters away. Down the fairway, Guy Young also laying up after finding the rough with her tee shot. 88 meters left. Carry that past the slope, that's important. Make sure you're on the correct level of the hole. Side chance at a 4 for Guy Young. This a chance to get to 6 under for Hyun Se Lin at 13. Gotta be careful. Swings right. Oh, center cup. Then Hyun Se Lin makes a birdie after 12 straight pars. Well done, Hyun Se Lin. Into the top 10 you go. Park Hyun went for the green and 2, just coming up a touch short. Lots of green to play with. Run it up that slope. Stab and run. Yeah, very well played shot for Park Hyun. Excellent bit of touch. That's what you got to do. Got a birdie 16. Take advantage of these, of the softer par 5. Certainly the easiest one of the 4 here at Rainbow Hills. Easiest hole on the golf course. Beautiful afternoon at Rainbow Hills, just about 20 kilometers outside of Yeonseon province. If you look at that leaderboard, there's parity at the top. Lim Hee-jung and Kim Hee-jun deadlocked at 9 under par. Hee-jung with an opportunity to get to 10 in just a couple of moments, the Doosan match play champion Hong Jung-min a further shot back. And no 72-hole scoring record. Park Min-ji matching the effort of Oh Ji-hyun. 17 under par total back in 2018. A championship that is steeped in history, much coveted on the KLPGA Tour. 36th playing of the Korean Women's Open. Back birdies on 16. Nice line with good pace. Unlucky there. Just creeping by on the left edge. That's really the difference. Being able to go for the green and two. We'll have to settle for a par, but stays 6 under. For the moment, 3 shots back. It looks like Park Ji-young has abandoned the search for that tee shot, so she'll be playing 4. Lee Yu-won from the top of the hill, just going to be laying up with her second. How about giving yourself a nice full yardage in, something around the 100-meter mark would be ideal. She looks to have done just that. On the green, Lim Hee-jung to get back into sole possession of the lead. Touch of movement from right to left here. You don't want to give the hole away. Right edge at most. Oh, can't leave it short, Hee-jung. Goodness me. I don't think she thinks it's a nice par. She's going to view that as a chance to move back to 10 under squandered. Still tied at 9. Park Hyun-kyung, someone's got to birdie this 16th hole in this group. Straight putt, just got to hit it. Oh, it does. Excellent for Park Hyun-kyung. Back to 3 under par she goes, just on the fringes of the top 20. So 4th shot now for Park Ji-young, slight downhill lie, which actually is going to help with this pin up a slight tier. It's going to come a little bit lower and running. What we need to do is find a yardage, cover the front edge of the green, 207 of the pin, so fly this 192. Just let that ball release up the slope. Came out very low. Just off the bottom of the club, I think. Not disastrous, but an up and down required to drop just the one shot. Break for Yoo Hae-ran, tugged her tee shot left, cleared the trouble, ran down the cart path, and now only has what looks to be a 5-iron for a second shot to this par 5. Contact sounded very good indeed. It's too good. Caught a bit of a jumper, scuttling through the green. Well, there's room to work with for Yoo Hae-ran on this par 5 16th hole, trying to make inroads into Lim Hee-jung and Kim Hee-jun's lead. The pair of them lead at 9 under. Choi Hee-young, former Rookie of the Year, and Hong Jung-min a shot further back. into the 18th, and Lee Ji-hyun on the cut mark at the moment. This for birdie. To get to 1 under, Lee Ji-hyun safely moves it to 1 under into a share of 38th, and she'll have some more golf to play this week despite a round of 73 on Friday afternoon. The cut has moved to 1 over par now. That's good news for all the players in the field, including the amateur Lee Dong-eun. Park Hyun-kyung, 17th tee, is all the way in the back right today. It's going to chase around nicely. Just going to trickle off the back, but as long as that stays out of against the collar of the rough at the back of the green. Now E1 on 16. Bottom of the hill, got to fly it pretty much all the way to the flag. Keep on that top level. 86 meters to go. Okay, well done, Lee E1. That's more like it. Excellent bit of distance and spin control from the 19-year-old Lee Ga-young. He's playing a shade longer than 160 today with this whole location. This is a terrific line. How about this from Lee Ga-young? That is inch perfect from the 22-year-old stalwart. Wonderful opportunity awaits to get to 7 under. Now, Park Ji-young out of bounds with her tee shot. This is now her 5th to 16. To limit the damage, and that's a touch clumsy. Park Ji-young. Run through the green and 2. Hee-ran took a double at 10 to start her back 9. Ji-young, well, unless that one drops, will be taking a double at 16. Then Hee-jung, can she follow in Lee Ga-young's excellent tee shot to 17? This should be a 6 iron for Hee-jung. Oh, and that's going to be her second missed green of the day. Missed one on 15 that led to a bogey. Missed one on 17 now. Hee-ran. A lot of green to work with. It's a decent lie. Carry this halfway and just let it release out to the hole. Yeah, beautifully done. Excellent bit of touch. Hee-ran. Chance for back-to-back birdies for Hee-ran. That will take it to 5 under par for the first time this week. Let's check in with 15-time KLPGA champion Zhang Hana in the 18th. 30 meters left. Hasn't really been able to get much going today at 1 under. Straight over the top of the flag at the home hole. Good shot. Rehearsals tell me she's just going to try and drop the club on the back of the ball and let it just carry past the fringe. Release out to the hole. Keep coming, keep coming. So unflappable through 14 holes. One loose swing on 15. Poor putt on 16. And now under pressure to keep a share of the lead on the 17th. Pressure, Park Ji-young is to drop just 1. Left edge putt for Ji-young. Played that straight, just drifted right. Never had a chance. So a double bogey 7 on the easiest hole of the golf course. And does her good work at 11 and 13, drops back to 3 under par. The Mediheal champion level for the day. Is she going to belly this wedge or try and chop down the back of it? Park Hyun-kyung going with the latter option. Yeah, that's just the problem. When you have a shot like that, so many players opting to belly a wedge these days. You come down a bit too steep. Ball comes out with a bit too much spin. They come up short. Now, the one is a lovely third shot to hear. This for a first birdie of Friday afternoon. Nope, not to be. Really been the story of her day. Lee Won. Putter has been ice cold this warm summer's day in South Korea. She'll stay at 1 under par. Now, Cho Ayan on the 18th. Like downhill lie from 22. Very good shot from Cho Ayan, who turns 22 in a couple of weeks. Already a winner this year back at the Kyochon Honey Ladies Championship. Looking for more silverware this week at Rainbow Hills. Par putt for Park Hyun Kyung. Inside left edge. Yeah, nicely hole. Gave it the early walk. She knew. Doesn't miss too often from that range. One putter on tour in the season just passed in South Korea. Now Yoo-Hae Ran for back-to-back birdies and to all of a sudden move to 5 under par. Just an outside left edge putt for Hae-Ran. Oh, there's one thing in her game that just goes off the boil from time to time. It's that club in her hand right there. She's got plenty of distance off the tee. Great iron striker. You feel, even though she's a 5-time winner on the KLPGA Tour, she's not really backed as one of the best putters on the circuit. So a great chance slides by at the 16th. Still 4 under and 1 under the second round. Important putt for the psyche of Lim Hee Jong here. Don't want to be dropping 2 shots in 3 holes. This for par to stay in a share of the lead. Yeah, bravely holed. Nicely done from Lim Hee Jong. Avoids a second bogey of her round. It stays at 9 under and a tie at the top of the leaderboard. Great position to be in the final group Saturday afternoon. Lee Ka-young with a terrific tee shot. This all that's left for a birdie 2. And a birdie 2 she will collect. Lee Ka-young now moves within 2 of the leaders. She was 5 back, standing on the 15th tee. She's only 2 back, playing the 18th. Terrific stuff from Lee Ka-young.
실례하겠습니다.
Final hole. Just got to keep it up the right-hand side. That right hand quiet. Very thick rough left of this fairway. It's a nice kick off the right edge. It's in a good spot now. Diane in a tie for 5th at the moment. One more birdie. Get her to the penultimate 3-ball tomorrow afternoon. There's still a lot of golf yet to be played this evening in South Korea. It's just chick past 5 p.m. local time. Park Hyun-kyung with driver on 18. Done following Ga Young just up the right half of the fairway. In a tie for 20th. These things stand at 3 under. What about this lady? Lim Hee-jung. Tied for the lead. 18th hole Friday evening. Slot a little low fade in there. Teeing it up, down. Teeing it down, I should say. Is that one hitting a fraction left? Just squeezes it up the right. It's going to take a little bounce off the cart path. There's out of bounds up there. Oh, that's a good break. That is a really good break for Lim Hee-jung. On the cart path, she's going to get a drop. There's a good foot or two away from potentially being out of bounds. The squirrely swings down the stretch for Lim Hee-jung, but she's okay on the 18th. Now Hyun-se Lin, after that birdie on 13, she's dropping a shot at 14. 19 left to the 15th. Seen a couple of great shots in. You can chalk this one up to be another well played Hyun-se Lin. 12 straight bars to start her day before a birdie at 13. That'll be for a second birdie of her second round as she struggles up the steep hill on the par 4 15. Up to 18. Hwang Yo-min finished 3rd last year. Downhill birdie look closing. Tie for low amateur with Bang Shin-sil at 2 under. Shin-sil carding a 2 over par round of 74 this morning after opening strongly with a 68 yesterday. Hwang Yo-min with a 2-putt at the 18th. Signed for a 2 under par round of 70 to head into the weekend once again at the Korean Women's Open. Well played, Hwang Yo-min. Going to see a lot more golf from her this week and over the next couple of years. She is a prodigious talent. Hee-ran, 17. Chippy little 5-iron for the powerful player. Got that to land very softly. I did say she's got all the tools. Wonderful iron player. Just needs that putter to cooperate. Zhang Hana. Hwang Yo-min's putt didn't quite move back to the right at the end, but Zhang Hana still looking quite a long ways out left of the hole. Oh, that's the way to finish for Zhang Hana. Brilliant birdie at the last. It was a colourful scorecard. A birdie, beg your pardon, a double, an eagle, 5 birdies, 4 bogeys. All adds up to a second straight round of 71. She'll head into the weekend alongside Hwang Yo-min at 2 under. Cho Ah-yeon to make it 3 players at 2 under par in this group. Could be out the same 3-ball tomorrow. No. Just tugged that a fraction. That second shot was delightful. The putt disastrous. 2 under par round of 70. Cho Ah-yeon stick around for another 2 rounds here at Rainbow Hills. E1 on 17T. Yu Hei-ran hit a 5-iron, tried to feather it. I think E1 should be hitting a similar club and similar shot here. Well, it's a similar result. Delightful shot from the teenage rookie. How does Park Ji-young respond after that frustrating 7 at the par 5 16th? She's last to play. For a player that enjoys working the ball both ways, this is a good little hole location. Back right. Keep that left wrist a little bowed on the way down. Try and turn a bit more aggressively through it. Try and turn down and left through it. Hit a little low squeeze fade. Just has to carry it to the middle. It will release to this hole. That signature abbreviated follow through. And that was a bit unlucky. Got a very big first bounce. Just skips through the green. That lies okay. It's a makeable chip she's left herself. Park Ji-young now back at 3 under par. Can't believe that ball bounced so hard. Now Hyun-se Lin for a second birdie in 3 holes to get to 6 under. Still outside right edge putt. Got to keep your speed up. Yeah, well done. That's a nice 3 for Hyun-se Lin. Birdie, bogey, birdie. Se Lin back into the top 10 at 6 under. Park Hyun-kyung, first to play into the home hole. Terrific line, just going to release on another 6 to 8 feet. Chance to close with a birdie, get herself inside the top 15 and within 5 of the leaders. She's one of those players like a Park Min-ji that you just don't want to see in your rear view mirror, because you know she's very capable of throwing in a low round or two over the weekend. Conditions are forecast to pretty much the same we've seen over the first 2 days, so scoring, expect scoring to continue to be good. Ga-young now, the second shot, does hit it a lot higher than Hyun-kyung, can get it to stop quicker, just like that. Beautiful shot from Lee Ga-young. That's going to be to get to 8 under par. Good stuff from Lee Ga-young. Jung. Very fortunate with that tee shot, leaked it out to the right. There's out of bounds right of the cart path. It was scooting along down the track. Finished up on the left edge of the track so she can take a nearest point of relief. A free drop. And the line looks to be decent. It's a bit spotty on the right hand side. See where she's trying to make her stance. There's just enough grass under this ball. It should be okay. She's not going to get a ton of spin on this. She's a fairly lofted club coming in for a second shot. Skating it down the track. Good. It's on a very nice line. It's on a terrific line. You don't win golf tournaments without getting lucky once or twice. She got away with a squirrely tee shot. She's played a peach of a second. She's got that putt for the outright lead at 10 under par for a 7th birdie of the day. Lee Ga-young, she's closest with a chance to get in at 8 under par. Some terrific golf being played over the first 2 days at the Korean Women's Open. Park Ji-young, makeable from the back of 17. Makeable. Oh, had a nice line on it. Just pulls up short. A straightforward tap in. Good enough to keep Park Ji-young at 3 under. become only the second two-time winner so far in 2022. Park Min-ji, any player to have won multiple titles in this new season. Yoo Hae-ran, well, she's got a chance to do that as well. Certainly a very good chance if this one drops at 17. Ball and a half outside the right edge. Not high enough. Not high enough by a long shot. Oh, you could say the same thing for Yoo Hae-ran as you say for Lee Yi-won. Fantastic player, tee to green. Parter does have a tendency to be a bit of an Achilles heel. Here is Lee Yi-won, still seeking a first red number on her scorecard today, but also moving from right to left. But like Hae-ran, just peels off on the low side. So she'll head to 18. 1 under par, but 2 over for her second round. 18th, and Park Yoon-kyung is for a birdie. And around in the 60s for a 69. Lim Hee-jung's marker. Just miss it on the right. Something like that. That has both confused. It stayed so straight in the last 5-6 feet or so. Box. Yoo Hae-ran doesn't need to hit drive on this hole, so it's just a 3-wood. Fairly's a touch wider, just at the top of that hill. Real advantage in pumping it to the bottom.
Shot.
Yeah, well done. Fairly found excellent position. Yoo Hae-ran at the gazing hole. Earlier, cut line right now. Apart. 70 players, including 4 amateurs, 5 amateurs, safely under the number. One under. Did birdie this hole yesterday. She'd love a bit more of that today.
Shot.
Swing. And a good result. Just hang on there. Hang on there. First cut of rough is going to be perfectly all right for Lee Yi-won. Hae-ran, and the 3-wood. Swing like the one she put on the tee shot on 16. Like Lee Yi-won, it's just gonna finish up in the left half of the fairway. Just roll through into the first cut of rough. No problems. Oh, Park Ji-young as the final featured group of day 2 make their way off the 18th tee and down towards the 18th green, where we find Lim Hee-jung. Good look. Take the lead by herself at the halfway stage of this championship. Would have seen Park Yoon-kyung's putt go past her markers. She knows it doesn't quite move as much from left to right as it approaches the hole, so most you feel this is going to be a left edge putt. Got it. She's got it. 7th and final birdie of Friday afternoon comes at the 18th, and it sees Lim Hee-jung sign for a 66 and a 10 under par total the halfway stage. Very good playing from Lim Hee-jung. Takes the lead into the weekend. Wonderful second shot of her own. Slightly different angle to Hee-jung's. A bit more of that slope on the right-hand side of 18 to contend with. This should have a touch more movement than Hee-jung's. She'll have to look most in cup outside the left edge, but this would be a wonderful birdie to end off what has been a very productive afternoon. Too far outside the left edge. Be disappointed with that effort. But again, Lee Ga-young finds herself in the mix heading into the weekend on the KLPGA Tour. Runner-up finish at Ildong Lakes at the KLPGA Championship a couple of months ago. She'll start the weekend at 7 under par, 3 shots back. Just a little bit cleaning up to do for last year's runner-up in this tournament. Yesterday. And a 17 on day 2. 3 under par, 7 shots back. Well capable. Still contending for this championship. And halfway through, Kim another cut. He's only missed 1 in the last 18 months. An impressive run will continue. Back down to the 17th. The tee shot using the left edge of the tee box here. The hybrid for Park Dan-yu. 67 to open yesterday, but was 4 over for her round through 10. Lucky that took a real soft first bounce still on the putting surface. Birdie opportunity awaits. Playing the company of Kim Woo-jung, who was looking so solid before that ugly quadruple bogey 8 at the par 4 13th. It's really spelt disaster. She's going to need a birdie finish to make the cut. Still very possible. But the task got a little bit trickier. And that ball just nestling down in the thick rough. Up the fairway at the 18th hole. Was that lie looking for Park Ji-young? She's ended up with a secondary cut of rough. You can still see the top half of the ball, so that's good, but not going to be able to get any spin control on this ball. It's a scary shot coming out of a lie like this over water to a peninsula green. Be surprised if this goes a fraction long and right. Sounded like good contact. Straight over the top of the flagstick. It was a brave shot, and it was a well-played shot for Park Ji-young. First cut of rough on the 9th and final hole in the day of Ko Ji-yu. Up and down. Sees her through to the weekend. And that's a good bit of touch. Knowing an up and down gets you in. Great touch from Ko Ji-yu. Should be good enough. Of course, nothing's a guarantee, but You're one over par. Should be pretty much a lock to get a little bit more golf in. Now Hayran. Perfect tee shot in the flat, 141 meters left. Be aggressive with this. Came up and out of that a bit. She managed to save it at the bottom. Over the top. That's a bit too much club. Very lucky to just be in the first cut of rough. Sitting nicely. Doesn't have much left in this green. So be careful. Out to the right. 27 left. Good smart shot. Well played from Lee Yi-won. Safely on the putting surface and getting ever closer. Great result. But not the Friday she was hoping for. Ko Ji-yu for a par at 9 to make the cut at the Korea Women's Open. Great up and down. Really gutsy stuff from Ko Ji-yu. A nice par at the last. A rotten front 9 going out in 43, but storms home in 33 to make the cut. She'll take a lot of confidence from that performance. To keep her hopes alive. Never really had a prayer. So at 3 over par with only one hole to play. Could be the end of the line for her. Now Hyun Se Lin on 16. Good tee shot. 207 left in the go zone. Ooh, and that was a little bit clunky contact wise, and she's well short of the green in 2 on 16, but not an overly complicated pitch shot remaining. To Park Dan-yu on 17. Right to left swinger for birdie, just outside of 30 feet. Wonderful pace control from Park Dan-yu. Pretty much locks up a par 3. So she'll head to 18. 2 under par. Catch up with Chun Yi-sung. Second shot into the 9th. She 2 at 2 under par. 141 left. Turned pro back in 2019. Oh, that's a pretty good shot from Chun Yi-sung. Finished 10th at the KLPGA Championship. First miscut of the year coming last week at the Celtrion Queen's Masters, but has an opportunity to go into the weekend here at 3 under par after a wonderful shot into the 9th. But courtesy of a 7th and final birdie of her round, Lim Hee-jung signs for a 66 and takes a one-shot lead into the weekend. Terrific stuff from the 21-year-old Lim Hee-jung. She leads by 1 over Kim Hee-jun here on day 2 at the Korean Women's Open. as play starts to wind down Friday evening at the Korean Women's Open. Couple of groups left out the golf course. This is the last of our afternoon featured groups. Yoo-Hae Ran, the leader on the current points list on the KLPGA Tour, with this for birdie for the back fringe on 18. Downhill slider, not really high or hard enough for Hae Ran. Well, all things considered, it's been a steady and solid afternoon from Yoo-Hae Ran. Only blemish on her scorecard coming at the 10th hole, where she took a double bogey 7. Chen Yi-sung has this for birdie at her final hole of the day to head into the weekend at 3 under. Ooh, body language told the story there. Not best pleased with that effort still. 2 under par, safely through to the weekend. It's -74 today for Chen Yi-sung, winner of last year's Ever College and Queen's Cup. Title coming in a playoff, en route to finishing 33rd on the money list in 2021. Park Ji-young is already at 3 under, looking to join Hae Ran on that 4 under par mark. Took a little bobble left off the putter face, and it stayed left for Park Ji-young, who will be a little bit annoyed at the way that she's finished off her second round. Just cruising along so nicely, like Hae Ran, taking a double bogey 7 on a par 5, except Ji-young taking a double bogey on the easiest hole on the golf course, the par 5 16th. Still very much on the fringes of contention at 3 under, 7 back of Lim Hee-jong's target. Now to one of the amateurs in the field, Lim Ji-yu. Low amateur right now, 2 under par, Bang Shin-sil and Hwang Yo-min. Ji-yu playing the 16th, also at 2 under. Really speak to the depth of Korean women's national team. They are a powerhouse force to be reckoned with in the Asia-Pacific region. Looks like we're going to have 4 national team members making the cut at the Korean Women's Open. Head coach Birdie Kim will be very pleased indeed. Now, come on, Ewon, for a birdie at the last. Well, never a bad time to make your first one. Fortunately for Lee Yi-won, comes on the 18th and final hole of her Friday round. 73 today for Lee Yi-won. Not what she was hoping for, but that's an 11th cut of the season made for the KLPGA Tour rookie, looking to stretch her lead at the top of the Rookie of the Year points race. We'll get to see a little bit more of her over the next 2 days here at Rainbow Hills at the 1.2 billion Korean won Korean Women's Open, second major championship of the 2022 season. Park Ji-young's birdie putt just running by a couple of feet. Still don't see this being any sort of problem for the 26-year-old Ji-young. Straight as you can have on this 18th. Keep the head down, rock the shoulders, and pick it out of the middle. Yep, well done. So a level par round of 72 will take Park Ji-young into the weekend with a share of 20th, 7 shots adrift of Lim Hee-jong's 10 under par target. Yoo-Hae Ran. She'll start the weekend a shot better than Park Ji-young if she can pop this one in without incident. Just get it started Slightly downhill. Oh dear. Took an early peek at that one. And Yue run. A bogey at the 18th. Level past 72 for Heiran. So, like Park Ji-young will start the final 36 holes at the Korea Women's Open at 3 under par. That putter ice cold for the next Sensate 9 Masters champion. 3 players in this group, couple of unforced errors throughout the day. Hee-jung's lead very safe at 10 under par. Park Bo-kyum not going to make the weekend, but can she drive home in a brand new Audi? Caddy scampering over. Don't think that's where they parked the hole-in-one prize. She'll be bowing out at the halfway stage of the second major championship in 2022. Not going to be Park Bo-kyum's week. Hwang Jung-mi going to need a birdie finish of her own to have a little bit more golf in Imseong County. Start for the good tee shot here on 17. A good tee shot, she will deliver. So, very nicely done there, Hwang Jung-mi. Very good indeed. Long way short. She's actually found the bunker here on 16, so a long bunker shot up a tier. Not easy for Hyun Se Lin. And that was unfortunately always going to be the problem. Not quite sure how that stayed on the upslope. I'd run and mark that if I were you. Se Lin. Bunker shot's always so tricky, compounded by the fact she had to come up and over a rise. Now to 18 and Park Dan-yu. 3 over par for a second round. Just the one birdie on her scorecard. And a chance to add another at the closing hole. That's a brilliant shot from Park Dan-yu. In the company of Kim Woo-jung, who you'd think is not going to be making the cut. Nor will the third player in that group, Kim Sun-mi, who opened with an 83 yesterday. MGU to move one clear of her Team Korea teammates. The low amateur race. This for birdie on 16. Oh, just carried a little bit too much heat. Good positive putt though for the amateur. Open with a 2 under par 70 yesterday. MGU. Se Lin. Try to get to 7 under par. Still will move quite hard from left to right the last third of this putt. Never really started that online. And sometimes you take a slightly longer backswing, decel through, hang that putter face open. Only a par. Less than 210 meters for a second shot to 16. Still 6 under par, very handily placed. GU cleans up with no problems for a par. 3 amateurs at 2 under par. Lin Ji-yu, Hwang Yo-min, and Bang Shin-sil. What a scrap we have for the low amateur honors. 2 rounds to go. Park Bo-kyum is going to get that one to drop. And frustrating week for Park Bo-kyum. Sees her now slip to 9 over par. 24-year-old celebrated her 24th birthday just last week. Safe to say she's not having a very good time. here at Rainbow Hills. Now, important part to keep her hopes alive. She left herself a lot of work to do with the opening round at 76 yesterday, but for Hwang Jung-mi, just to get to 2 under par on the day and within 1 of the cut line. This for birdie on 17 to give herself a chance. Oh, that's nicely done. That's a brave 2 for Hwang Jung-mi. She's battling hard. Still needs a birdie at the last. But there's no give up in Hwang Jung-mi. Up to the last hole. Kim Woo-jung. Well, it's a good shot, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, Kim Woo-jung opened with a 2 under par 70 yesterday, but 5 over the card this afternoon. Now, Choi Yi-bon playing in the last group this afternoon. 212 meters to go on 16, well within range. Leaked it out to the right. We saw a bounce. Don't think it's gone into the water, but it could still be in the penalty area. Lin on 17. And the first player today we've seen use the right edge of this tee box. Seems to be a 4-iron for Ceylin. She's looking a fraction left. It's going to catch the left edge of the green, but that's a long way away from where the hole is cut today. Curious. Pin in the back right, electing to tee it up on the right. To each his own, to each her own, I should say. MGU. Very much in the middle of the tee box. And that's what the pros do so very well, or even good amateurs like MGU. Use the whole tee box, particularly on par 3s. The pin in the back right, use the left half of the tee box, just opens up your angle slightly, gives you more room to play with, more of a chance to go flag hunting if you so choose. You always have to tee it up smack in the middle. Oh, fan that one out to the right. MGU. I do hope that isn't plugged in that greenside trap. Bunker sand very soft out at Rainbow Hills. At the business end of the leaderboard, it's Lim Hee-jong who sits 1 clear at 10 under par, enjoying a 1-shot lead over Kim Hee-jun, who returned on the best rounds of the morning session, of 5 under par 67 to go along with a 68 from yesterday. Hong Jung-min and Choi Hee-young sit a further shot back at 8 under par. Kim Yoo-jong not going to make the cut, but has a chance to end with a nice birdie on 18. If she remembers to hit that hard enough. So a frustrating Friday for Kim Yoo-jong. After opening with a solid 2 under par 70 yesterday, a really ugly 77, highlighted by that 8th, or low-lighted by that 8th, I should say, on 13. She bows out at the halfway stage of this championship. Now to the amateur, Lim Ji-yu, bunkered on 17, be pitching on a downslope, just has to carry this under the fringe and it should release out. Carried it all the way to the flat with spin. That's a gutsy shot, and that's brilliantly played from the teenager. Absolutely fearless. Great technique. Oh, it's going to be a lot to play for these girls over the closing 36 holes. Lim Hee-jung looking for a second major. You've got Lim Ji-yu, the unheralded South Korean team amateur, tied with the illustrious company of Bang Shin-sil and Hwang Yo-min at 2 under par for low amateur honors right now. What a tussle they're going to have over the closing 2 rounds. Now Park Dan-yu for a closing birdie at 18. A round of 74. Yeah. I gave her that putt 3 feet out. That looks so good. That sums up her day. 3 early bogeys, 4 over par through 10 to pick off a nice birdie. Back on 13, but that was the only bright spot in her day. She'll sign for a 75. Hyun Se Lin, cross-country putt for birdie on the 17th to try to get to 7 under with 1 to play. Well, it's that time of the evening. The greens just look like they're slowing up a fraction. Saw that a bit in the opening round. A lot of players leaving putts well short in the fading light around Rainbow Hills. Park Dan-yu on 18 to tidy up. Well, a disappointing 75 for Park Dan-yu on Friday afternoon, but she's safely through to the weekend at 2 under par. Se Lin to avoid a second bogey of her round. Yep, nicely done. Well hold. 1 under for Friday. 1 hole to play for Hyun Se Lin. To the other side of the golf course and the par 4 ninth. Another player coming out of the heavy rough. It's Han Jun-seon. Just nestling down just about to the top third of it. Three-year-old. 129 meters left. Have to stop it to a front hole. Can't get any spin coming out of that rough. Not bad. Middle of the green. Good solid shot. Finished 38th on the money list last year. Just under 200 million Korean won banked for Jin-seon. Alongside her. Double par for the second round. Also dealing with a very heavy lie to 125. Just want to land this 2-3 paces short of the green and hope for a soft bounce. It's got that soft bounce, but it still releases on. That's fine for Jung Ji-min. Very much in the conversation at 4 under par. Back up to 17. Penultimate hole in the final group of the day. Kang, level par 72 yesterday, and finds the back left edge of this par 3 green. 2-ball Tanakang and Choi Ye-bon. Withdrawal of Bong Seong-hui earlier today after her opening round of 77. Looks like she got a little bit stuck there. Ooh, and that's a very poor shot. She's in the front part of that greenside bunker. She's going to need a little bit of Lim Ji-yu touch to escape with a 3 here on the 17th. Final troops being 2 balls. Well, this makes for a lot of waiting out on the golf course Friday afternoon. Now, swing across to the finishing hole on the front side. And a birdie putt for Han Jin-seon. A lot of swing in this. Look how much break she's allowing for here. It's a good 6 feet of movement from right to left. It's one of those putts where you still have to hit hard enough to get to the apex, because if you don't quite make it there, it'll just snap straight left on you. Particularly late in the day, so hard to get the ball to the high point of the putt. Oh, that's really not what you want to see. Those fiddly 5-footers with break for par on your final hole of the day. Speaking of final hole of the day, Won Jung-mi, great birdie on 17, needs another on 18 to play a little bit more golf this week at Rainbow Hills. With the driver. Did not leave anything behind with that tee shot. Up the right-hand side. She's battling bravely. Got to root for her. I mean, the heart that she displayed with that tee shot on 17 to roll in the putt as well. Bo Kyom. Nothing more she can do. Enjoy the walk. The 18th Friday afternoon. She'll head off to Fortune Hills next week with the rest of the tour for the DC Kart Hankyong Ladies Cup. Event number 12. The KLPGA Tour schedule as the circuit rolls on. Let's see if Jung Ji-min has learned from the rather tentative attempt of her playing partner Han Jin-seon. Level par for her second round, 2 birdies mixed in with 2 bogeys. That's on a nice line. That's on a great line. It's a birdie at the last for Jung Ji-min. A round of 71, which leaves her just outside the top 10 at 5 under par. Terrific way to end the second round. Chopping out of this rough, very close to the penalty area on the left side of 18. Producing a very fine shot. Really not much he could do from that position. balls above her feet. 27 left. Projected cut at 1 over. 3. Missing swing. She's eyeing it up. Oh, it's a very good shot. Look at that. Excellent shot. That to make the cut. What a display of golf down the stretch. For Hwang Jung-mi, opened with a 76. She's got that for a 69 to make the cut. They're all going to be chasing this Lim Hee-jung. Just a par on her opening hole. Doesn't take her long to get amongst the birdies. This brilliant second shot. The second hole, setting up a birdie 3. Open with a tidy little 68 yesterday morning, which included a hole out for par after losing her second shot into the first, her 10th hole of the day. Couple of pars, and then for the green and 2 on 7. Glorious bit of touch. The 2019 winner of the KGA Financial Group Star Championship. And second shot to the uphill 8th from 95 meters. Swinging it beautifully and was dialed in with her wedges. Pulled the string back on that. Simple tap-in birdie. Take Lim Hee-jung out in 33 shots. And again, a case of deja vu on number 10. Wedge in hand. Accessible hole location, using the slope nicely, just past the pin. Putter was cooperating as well for Lim Hee-jung. 21-year-old rolling in a 4th birdie of the day. It took her to 8 under par, and at that point, within 1 shot of the lead. Had a chance at 11, and could manage a par after a good tee shot into the perfect spot on 12. Just another glorious wedge shot inside 6 feet. And would confidently roll this one in. Take a share of the lead at 9 under par. The fans love it. Had a great look at 13, which she didn't take, but left herself in an ideal spot on 14. One of the straighter putts you can have to this whole location. Buried it in the middle. Took her to double digits under par for the first time in the championship. She was cruising with 4 holes to play. Dropped a shot at the 15th. Didn't birdie 16. Got a good break on the 18th. Floating with the out of bounds up the right-hand side. Got a drop off the cart path and played a real gem from an awkward little lie to set up a little downhill sliding putt from 10 feet for a 7th and final birdie of her day, a 66 from Lim Hee-jung. Leaves her top of the pile by 1 shot at the halfway stage of the Korea Women's Open. Excellent display of golf this afternoon from Lim Hee-jung. Only missed 3 greens and 1 fairway. Took an average of 1.5 putts a hole. 27 putts required. Lim Hee-jung. That's saying something considering how good her ball striking was all day long. If she continues that run of form, she's certainly going to be hard to catch. But there's a lot of golf left to play this week at Rainbow Hills. Kyom up against the collar. 18. Chop and run. Nice shot. 9 over par. Not going to cut the mustard. KGA Championship. Bar. Undone by that rotten front nine. Oh, Kyom. 73 yesterday. Not much better today. Now back down the 18th and Hyun-Se Lin. Floating one down the right edge of the fairway. It's going to benefit from catching that down slope. So Lin, does she have one more birdie in her this afternoon? GU now. Level par. Second round, safely within the cut mark. And the projected number 1 over par. Armsy golf swing, but it's a very effective one. She too can catch that downhill slope. A very good debut at the Korean Women's Open. The amateur GU. Now up on 18. This is what Hwang Jung-mi needs to make the cut. This for birdie on 18. 69 for 36 holes more golf. Brilliant stuff from Hwang Jung-mi. Look at that. Birdie finish. She makes the cut on the number at 1 over par. Take a bow, Hwang Jung-mi. That's some very tidy golfing. So much confidence from that finish as well. Exactly what she needed to do. She went out and did it. Cho Yeon-jung, spare a thought for her. Had the best round yesterday in this group, 1 under par 71. She's 13 over par for the championship, 14 over par for her second round. It's been a Friday she would rather forget here at Rainbow Hills. '86. Thanks. Back down the fairway, GU. The ball there of Hyun-Se Lin. Just paces closer. Again, currently tied for low amateur at 2 under. Did she take the lead in that category with a 3 at the last? We know it's possible. There's a section of the green, the right half of 18. Good balanced follow through and a very fine shot. Well, Lin GU. That to get to 3 under. Just outside the top 20. Might take a 1-shot clear. Hwang Yo-min and Bang Shin-sil. The race for low amateur honors this year's Korean Women's Open. Hyun-Se Lin, great mental picture after watching GU's second. 39 meters left for Se Lin. Another good shot there, just a fraction left. That's okay. Well, what a wonderful second round it's been here at Rainbow Hills. Let's get to some highlights. Hong Jung-min current match play champion, beat Lee Won in the finals of the Doosan match play a couple of weeks ago. Opened with a 68 yesterday. Still had plenty of good shots in the locker. That an excellent tee shot to the par 3-4. Finish up at 8 under par. Kim Hee-jun, 68 yesterday. Putter was red hot this morning. That was a birdie at the first to get to 3 under par 4 round and 7 under for the championship. Wasn't going to stop there. On the very next hole, good iron shot in close. That hurt it. 8 under par, 4 under for her round. Jung-min bunkered on 7, the par 5. A very nice bit of touch from the 20-year-old. Second season on the KLPGA Tour. That resulted in a birdie. She signed for a 68. Choi Yi-hong, former Rookie of the Year, chipping in from just off the edge of the green. He's nicely placed at 8 under par at the halfway stage. 2 times a winner on the KLPGA Tour. Kim Hee-jun's putter continued to behave after a bogey at the 4th. A bounce back birdie there on the 5th took her back to 8 under par. Defending champion Park Min-ji. She hit the front on the front 9, on her front 9 I should say. A couple of bogeys early as she made the turn, but a delightful second shot into her 9th and final hole of the day, resulting in a birdie. A round of 71 to leave her at 7 under par into the weekend. She'll be chasing this lady, Lim Hee-jung, opened with a 68. Had the wedges dialed in early. That a beautiful shot into the second hole. Popped in the butt for her first birdie in the second round. Now, 7th, Kim Hee-jun. Well, this was in the morning. Curled a left-to-righter in for her final birdie. Her round of 67. So 9 under par set the target. On the very same hole, Lim Hee-jung. Went for the green into at the 7th. Did a touch from the left rough, saw her collect a second birdie of her day. And at the 8th, uphill second shot. She was on 2. Locked in with the lob wedge. 3rd birdie of her round. She went out in 33. And then continued to attack flagsticks with the short irons. This on the 10th. Straight over the top of the front hole location, using a bit of spin to keep it on that front ledge. And that silky smooth putting stroke working its magic. Birdie number 4 of the day. Lim Hee-jung made her move round the turn. Didn't birdie 11 despite a good tee shot. It was an excellent tee shot on 12 and an even better wedge shot from 75 meters. Finding that tiny little pocket where the hole was cut this afternoon. Rolling in a putt to take a share of the lead. Hee-jun at 9 under par, to the delight of the modest gallery that came to follow one of the featured groups this afternoon. And on 14, left herself probably the easiest putt you can have to this front right hole. And buried it, no mistakes for Lim Hee-jung. 6th birdie of her round. At the front at 10 under par. There were plenty of good shots into 15, including one from Lee Gai-young, who's playing in the company of Lim Hee-jung. That was a nice birdie. The 2nd birdie of the day for Gai-young. Took her to 6 under. And then this was one of the shots of the day into the 17th. The 22-year-old still seeking her first win on the KLPGA Tour. Judge this absolutely inch perfect to kick in birdie 2. Sees Lee Ga-yong head into the second half of this championship at 7 under par. Hee-jung, well, there was a little hiccup on 15. Bogey there, only blemish of the day. Made a great up and down on 17. Got lucky with a tee shot on 18. Certainly took advantage of that good bit of fortune. Got to drop off the cart path. A delightful second shot. And this, a 7th birdie in a round of 66 that takes Lim Hee-jung to 10 under par at the halfway stage of the 36th Korean Women's Open. So through 2 rounds, Lim Hee-jung is up top. Still holding on the lead on the points list. Park Min-ji in hot pursuit. Yinse Lin, the 18th. Trying to get alongside Ga-yong at 7 under. Not to be your 3rd birdie for the second round. Just tap that one in for a 1 under par round of 71. 67, 71. Inside the top 10 with 2 rounds to play. Take the lead by 1 on the amateur leaderboard heading into the weekend. Lim Ji-yu, 71 of her own. Very nicely done. Lim Ji-yu gets into 3 under par. Inside the top 20. Oh, we had an amateur in the final group Saturday and Sunday 12 months ago with Hwang Yo-min, Park Min-ji and Park Hyun-kyung duking it out over the closing 36. What does the weekend this year at Rainbow Hills have in store for us at the Korea Women's Open? Lim Hee-jung off the back of that low round of the day, a 66, which included 7 birdies, sees the 21-year-old 4-time KLPGA champion take the lead into the weekend stages of the 36th Korea Women's Open. Kim Hee-jun is just the shot back. Hong Jung-min at 8 under par. The defending champion Park Min-ji will start the weekend at 7 under par. Well, that's about it for our coverage this afternoon. We do hope you'll join us for live day 3 action from Rainbow Hills tomorrow afternoon. Until then, this is Timothy Lowe saying goodbye for now.